Yeah, ready? Hi, I'm Vivienne.
Hi, I'm Channan.
We're Group 3,
Group 3.
and our film name is...
First, we did some brainstorm ideas. We were given this image and told to basically come up with quotes, anything we feel towards the image's words. This was our brainstorm. Actually, we found many words relating back to this picture. And the main ones we chose were religion and isolation.
First of all, we researched into what a short film was, and we found that short films are feature films, but their narrative is more condensed into a 5 to 15 minute version. So you still have the full narrative, but it's shorter. Yeah, it can be between 1 and 20 minutes long. And to do some research, we both took a trip to the BFI, to the Media Tech Room, and there was thousands of British films that we sieved through, and yeah, and so but we went to find a better understanding of the father and son relationships. So the films we chose to watch were that we had got the most inspiration was Still Lives and Distant Voices. Even though it was a feature film, we felt that because of the theme of the family relationships and the working class environment, we were able to get quite a lot from it. As well as that, we looked up one of the first short films, which was the first British short film, which was Alice in Wonderland. And even though it was different from the father and son theme, we were able to see a short film through the voice of the youth, which is what we're gonna kind of go through as the son relationship. Yeah.
Basically, we did some storyboards after deciding on our narrative and storyline. Our storyboards basically being done together. We done simple images for each shot, and we tried to ensure that each shot highlighted a specific moment. And so actually this one is basically next to the father watching TV.
For our characters, because it's going to be a father and a son, but they're both from a working class environment and they're the product of their environment, we wanted the dad to strike the right balance of a diamond geezer, but also to have the loving father figure. So we just did some research, and the guy that we thought best did this through television as well as film is Frank Mitchell from EastEnders, and he was the stereotypical diamond geezer, but he was also a father as well. So when we were looking, scouting for our father figure, we were like, yeah, can you just... Obviously the physical element was really important to us, but also just the way he acted in relation to kids as well. We found the best person to fit this was Russell Jones, who not only, don't know if you can see it, who not only looked like him, but he also had the life experience of having 2 teenagers, so he was able to relate to that. Also, he's had a lot of acting experience, so that was really good. And because we cast him first, we wanted to find a son that looked like him, so that there would be continuity with, and everyone being able to relate to them as a normal father and son. So we found Harvey Chadbolt, who's 17, and actually looks quite a lot like Russell. And he's also had a lot of acting experience. He's a member of the National Youth Theatre, so he'd obviously be able to play the role really well as well.
Locations. We chose to film at a local pub, Crystal Palace Football Stadium, and just an ordinary normal house. Basically, our locations represent the father and son relationship. Crystal Palace is where the father and son will go to watch football, have fun. The local pub is where they'll typically end up to have a drink, and their house is just basically their home. And within each 3 of these locations, we try to highlight a point of their relationship. So within the house, it's only just them 2. You'll soon realise that there is no mother. And that's highlighted in the conversation in the local pub that they'll have.
As well as this, all these locations are quite stereotypically masculine, and that will be representing their relationship as well.
Our target audience. I carried out the questionnaire and Vivienne carried out the survey. And we did this so we could see what our target audience felt about our theme, short films, and who else we would target it at as well.
We also felt by doing qualitative methods and quantitative methods, we'd be able to strike a balance of our entire target audience, as well as getting new route to data as well.
This is one of our mood boards, highlighting the father-son relationship. As you see, some of the images, they're either apart and there's tension, but these are love, tension, respect, and trust.
This was a mood board about drama in general, and obviously their relationship is kind of spoken from this visual reference, just of football and pubs and just dramatic pictures.
And once again, it's very masculine, as it is two male characters.
In pre-production, we really wanted to get really organised, and we'd be having, we're going to be filming in the night as well as in the day. So we found out the sunset and sunrise times of the next 2 weeks, which is what we're planning on filming. So then we'll be able to know exactly how much time we have and be able to schedule it and organise it well. To get even more organised, we put together an animatic of all the shots we'd be doing and put music on it just to see how it would lay out as a full story. So we wanted to find some copyright music to get the instrumental block, and we sieved through many songs, and they were all saved as individual moods such as heroic, tension, anger, and we came up with a few songs from this website, which was very useful.
Our animatic helped us to see how our film would be viewed, and also it helped us develop our script further and helped us see if we could develop the shots further. And also we actually found real life sounds as well to go like frying pan frying and television sounds.
For my survey / questionnaire, I put them all into pie charts. This is just a sample of the pie charts, just to see exactly what our target audience felt about certain things. And we found that they were actually related with our main protagonist, with our protagonist Mitch, who felt that he was the ideal child and he didn't really want to disappoint his father. And that's what we found through our research.
This is our script, well, extract of it, where the only characters are Stan and Mitch.
We felt through having many more characters, it would be more practical, but also the target audience would be able to relate to both the characters.
We also included the kind of slang that they would use as well, and how they would say.
As well as in the film, we show the growth of both Mitch and Stan as individual persons, so people. So they'll be able to see that with less characters.
You'll see the highs and the lows of their relationships. At the beginning, you'll see the height and the tension build up, and then how it sort of diffuses at the end, where they come to a common ground and understanding.
Oh, that's just the picture. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Could you just pause for a second? Any questions?
Where did you find your dad?
Diamond Elizabeth.
Oh, he's my uncle.
Oh.
Is this? Oh, God,
How do you have contacts with National Youth Fair?
Because I'm a member of the National Youth Fair. I know him. Ms. Taylor?
It sounds like, the people that you got could be reliable, but how have you started a shooting schedule? Do you know when you're actually going to film those people? Because you have two separate people from outside the school, from outside the group. So what have you put in place to make sure that that's going to happen, and when are you going to start filming them?
we've discussed it, and we kind of discussed we've asked them for their free time, in our free time, and we'll probably shoot on the weekend, where mostly they'll be free as well.
As well as it's like several weeks in advance, we asked them to free up from the 14th of November to the 29th of November, as you saw on the shot. So we'd be able to move around and flexible on those. So they have those 2 weeks free, so we can keep planning.
Okay. And can I ask a follow-up question? I know that you're filming in some places that are private, like the pub,
Yeah.
and then the stadium or whatever. Have you got permission from the people?
With the pub, we did find it really difficult, and we went to many pubs, but we did actually find a pub that finally said yes. So.
And with Crystal Palace, I also went in and asked. They said, basically, we're just going to be filming them coming out of the stadium, the exterior. So basically, they said that's quite fine. Any more questions, Connor?
You know your location pictures, the 3 location pubs.
The pub.
Is that just a picture of the pub, or is that?
It's just a picture of the pub, the Crystal Palace, and the house. That's sort of what the house looked like, kind of basic, nothing too fancy, because it's actually representing 2 working class people.
Alright, so it's not confirmed.
The house is confirmed, everything's confirmed, we just don't have images of it.
Mr. Dice?
You've talked a lot about the themes and ideas you're going to be introducing, but you haven't really. Could you kind of sum up briefly what the actual narrative, what your actual plot that you're dealing with?
Okay, basically our film is about a father-son relationship, and basically the son is converting to Islam, and this is something that basically the dad does not want to happen. He's actually against it, about the religion and other people.
Yeah, because he thinks the son is the ideal son, but the son's actually hiding his identity, and you don't actually find that's actually going to be the climax when the dad finds out about his secret identity.
And then the dad will actually he'll go against it and then come to terms with it, yeah, and then accept it, because it's just him and the dad, and so they're kind of lonely in a way, so the father will accept it.
Okay, just a follow-up question. So, at what point does the dad find out within your 5-minute film, and then how? So then, how long, and how does he? What do we see to see him coming?
Most of the film is the build-up and like the dramatic irony, because like the audience obviously know about the son, but the dad doesn't.
Yes.
And then it's towards the end, well, almost at the end, that the dad finds out, and then the coming down is really kind of short.
So he finds out, is initially shocked, and then fairly quickly comes to terms with it.
Not fairly quickly. There's going to be like
Some
a
tension.
shot where you'll know that time has passed.
Okay.
In a way, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How do the audience know that the son was Muslim
You'll see
before?
from the shots. You'll see from the shots. The dad will not know.
But how do we know before the dad knows?
Because you'll see it visually.
What will you see?
You'll see
him
like the
praying.
son praying, and the dad doing something completely different. And the dad will basically like call him, and the son will hurry to kind of hide the things away, hide everything.
You said the dad's going to be making like fun of his religion, though. Have you researched with your like target audience or some like the Muslim people who are Muslim? Like, are you sure they won't get offended or anything like that?
No, it won't be really.
It won't be
fun.
offensive.
It'll just be like.
Because we've actually spoken to people who have converted as well,
Oh,
and so we've actually represented it in the best way, so that it's not offensive to anyone. Did you have
I was going to ask, how does Prodigy relate to the narrative? The name of the film?
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Okay, that's the last question, okay?
Yeah.
Let's cut up.
Well, he's kind of like the prodigy son, because he thought he was his dad obviously thought he was the golden boy, and it kind of relates him to on a religious aspect as well. That's what we were going to do. Thank you.